Hey, what's up? It's Kit. Time for another video. Today, we're going to be rigging the Z-Slow Squid from Falcon. Very, very effective jig when fish are homing in on squid. And like, let's be honest, guys, squid is practically one of the best baits to use. So today, we're going to be rigging the 150 gram. Let's get rid of these two right here. I like the color too. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but most of the jigs that we've been rigging are actually pink. Anyway, one of the more effective colors. Though there's a bit of a nuance when you're rigging this. And let me get an assist hook that would actually go up front here. You could rig it conventionally. We'll use this later, but there's something special that I actually do for the back right here. If you actually notice that, I said the back, because this is where your leader comes tied onto, okay, or that's where you should be tying your leader. I've played around with this. By the way, this part here is a glow part, so once it's in deep water, that part actually glows. All it is a shell placed on top of this squid body shape. Fair warning when you're using this, even if you think it's slim, this particular jig actually takes kind of a long time now to go down. While you're using this, make sure that you're actually aware of that it actually sinks slow. So this is, for me, a jig that I would use similar to a flat jig. You could use them overweight things. So like, take for example, this is a 150. Normally I'd be using this in slow to medium currents. But what you could do is, if it gets a bit swifter, you could upgrade to a heavier size just to get down. But most of the time, when it's calm, this is what I use. Let's start rigging. You'll need two smaller hooks here. This is 1/0. Any short shank hook would actually do. Okay, so what you want is to have these positioned around that length. So I'll be using this right here, and you have an option. If you want to tie straight there, you can, or you could use a solid ring. So what you want is to just tie this the way you usually tie snelled hooks. Okay, we're just doing this the easy way. Okay, now go like this and do a double overhand. So okay, just like that. What you do is get a solid ring or a swivel, just like that. All right, choose a shorter swivel here. There we go. Gives you a bit of length. Like that. And then all you have to do is just attach it with a split ring. Okay. So right there you can see it's just at the tentacles right there. All right, now you take this and rig it on top here. So whatever the color of the back is, that's where you put it. Just rig it. There you go. So with that, you have this thing that's fully armed. So if fish goes for the body, you have the assist hooks. You could do a single here. You could do a double. I prefer a double here. If you're doing a single with this one, put a single here. Okay. that is it. And you've noticed that this is with an insert so that it doesn't tangle. Obviously, you could put your solid ring here, or some people want to put a swivel. But a solid ring is actually more beneficial in this case for this one rather than a swivel. Now, mind you, this actually goes down slow because there's so much drag here, and this is why you want these hooks to actually flow with it. I've tried putting ordinary assist hooks here, but I found that the smaller assist hooks, like an Inchiku style, actually works really well. And how you work this is that you drop this down and you don't work it like a slow jig. In this configuration, you actually just reel in, making it move like a literal squid, an Inchiku. And if you're working the bottom, that's it. You know, you just reel up and then drop down. If you find the fish, however, in a certain level, then you can work it like a slow jig. And most of the strikes in that instance would be from the top hook. Once you actually hook them on the top hook, these come into play and snag the back of the face of the fish. Or you could just take this off entirely and put flash there and rely on these hooks on top. Okay, I do that for some tuna as well. And the addition of the flash here just gives it a bit more attraction. But since you're going to be sweeping up most of the time, just jigging it up and down, most of your strikes would automatically be on top anyway. All right, so if you've got questions, please drop them in the comment section. And actually, you know what? Tell me what you think of this as a slow jig, because it's kind of new. It's kind of a combination between the soft plastic and a jig. All right, so it's definitely something new and innovative from Falcon, although this has been, believe it or not, been around for quite some time. All right, so again, thanks so much for watching and joining me today. Comment if you have something to say about this jig and about the rigging. Give it a thumbs up if you like the video. Support the channel, of course, by subscribing if you haven't yet. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Class dismissed.